Hello, everybody, hello. What does it take for a newbie to get their first client as a copywriter and marketer? What does it take to get client after client and, of course, earn that coveted $10,000 a month promise? Well, in this particular video, what I would like to do is actually share with you an experiment I've been doing over the last 6 months of taking a copywriter from zero all the way to earning nearly $10,000 a month. And in fact, if you've been watching for a long time, you may know who she is. It's my wife, Kayleigh.
Hi.
Over the course of this video, we are going to take a little walk around the Osaka Castle grounds, and I'm going to ask her questions about what she has done to earn clients, grow her career, of course, deliver work that has been exceptionally good for clients, and what you can learn if you want to replicate some of her success.
Okay, so short story, was a hairstylist for 10 years, got really good at sales through that. This like QVC as a pastime just to see how they sell things. That was my life. And then COVID hit, germs, didn't want to do that anymore. So decided to finish up my degree. Didn't end up getting my 4-year degree because I realized, oh my gosh, I'm getting freelance clients already. Why am I paying for school? And started pursuing graphic design. And in graphic design, I had gotten a mentorship with Lori Holler. She was incredible. And that kind of led me on the way to realize that, oh my gosh, I can do copy too. And so now here I am today, copywriting and doing graphic design all in one little pocket.
How much money have you made with copywriting so far? What has been your best month?
Like 6 to 7K, I think. And I haven't been doing the copy very long. It's only been a few months of doing copy.
How many clients were you actually working with when you hit that particular high watermark?
I guess it was like two clients.
Two clients.
About 2 clients.
When it comes to using your newfound copywriting riches, what would you rather have? Rolex, Lamborghini, or yearly trips to Japan?
Oh, I would take the yearly trips to Japan every time. I wanted to start doing this longer than I cared to admit, but I was too afraid to get started. It literally took me at least 2 years, I think it was 2 years, before I even started writing because I was so afraid of what the clients would think. And when I did actually start writing, it took me an hour to get through 2 sentences, no exaggeration, because I was so caught up in the emotions of it. Having a background in sales, it gave me the knowledge to know how to sell something, so I was really attuned to knowing when my sentences weren't good. Writing something and realizing writing it is a lot different than just talking about it. It was so much harder.
How long did it take you to first start earning money from your copy, not just your graphic design?
You know what's hilarious? When I actually started doing it immediately, I was making no money during the time of my anxiety of, oh God, will they like this? Will this do well? Absolutely not. The money that I made from copy was immediate.
And how did you finally overcome that anxiety and start to actually experience some success in this?
Stop thinking so hard about it and just put words on the page. Don't be afraid to try. Just whatever mental thing that you're holding on to, if you have to spend a year getting over that, spend a year getting over it, but get over it and then do it. Because that's the only way that you can get anywhere in this is through action. You don't need to be that good. You don't. Like, as long as you have the baseline understanding of stuff, the majority of people you'll find really don't know shit. They don't.
So tell me a little bit about the project you worked on where you just, if I want to get the number correctly, 10x response? Something like that? 20x response?
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was my very first landing page I ever wrote, ever. The only thing that this landing page tested against was their originally written homepage copy. So when I say this is not a knock on whoever wrote this or the business, but it really did feel like it came straight from AI. There was no engaging hook that was going to push somebody over the edge on the site. It was going to tell them what they already knew. When I saw this, I knew they were going to click right off the page. And so I absolutely knew if they were going to bring me on to run Google Ads, it was not going to just be for that, or I would just say no. I then looked at all the competitors in this industry and I saw, oh my gosh, not one single page was speaking to people as if they were talking to an actual person. I could have written better copy the first go-round had I not married myself to this idea that I had to test something that sounded exactly like everything else because that's what you're supposed to do. Like sometimes, yes, there'll be an industry where you realize like, that is not the strat. Don't always use competitors' websites as a measure of how you should write your landing page. You have to observe and then take your take on it and then interpret it. And I went through and I did a lot of research. I spoke to people in the industry, had one-on-one interviews with the target audience of people that they were trying to appeal to, people that had gotten this service. I found somebody that had a blog. They were writing about it and I was like, oh my God, and I reached out to them on LinkedIn, and then we were having a back and forth exchange for a while throughout the duration of this project, actually. So I could really get that firsthand knowledge of like, okay, why would somebody actually want to do this? And then I could use that to leverage. Going through and learning all of this really was able to allow me to arm myself with this information, so I came at them from a place of knowledge. And then they knew that I actually took the time to look into this and I'm not just willy-nilly throwing ideas out there and just not knowing what I'm talking about. I gave them 3 tiers of pricing. And one of those tiers was one landing page that I wrote to test against theirs. That was what I proposed to them. They weren't even, I don't think, expecting me to like write a landing page, but I told them that like this is only going to work if we do it this way, basically. And to me, I wasn't going to accept anything less than that. And then I put that out there, and quite honestly, this page outperformed the homepage by a landslide. Like even if not all the leads were qualified, it was very clear that it was structured better, because just the amount of leads that it was getting.
Just to be clear, these people, they are seeing your Google ad for the campaign that you set up and then going to your landing page, and they are becoming leads for this business at a far greater pace and quantity than the original control that was written by AI. Is that correct?
Yes. I already had like 20x the response in 1 week.
And that's cool, because that's something that copy can do and a new idea can do.
And the design of the page as well, because I designed it and I wrote it. I did everything from soup to nuts on that page.
So wait, are you saying that one of the reasons why you got paid so much for this project and other projects is because you were able to skill stack and offer not just copywriting, but also media buying, marketing strategy, like the graphic design? You were basically a like one-stop shop for all of it.
Yeah.
I think there's a lesson in there somewhere.
Some people might have guilt. If I charge this much, maybe they won't go with me. No, you don't frame it in that way. You go, I need this amount of money in order to do this thing, which will do this for you, period. And when you have it in an authoritative stance, then it's less of asking for more money and going, I want to get you to this point, but this is what I need to do that. The number one thing I will say is you have to believe that you can make the money, even if you don't know it. You still need to believe it. If you pitch it as this is an iterative thing, then you know that you're going to make the money in the future because you're learning about what will make the money. You run a bit of copy, it doesn't do well, you test something else against it until you get to the point that it's actually performing well. You're not going to sell one ad and go, I'm going to make you money with this one ad. No, because that's really a gamble. Whereas if you can basically guarantee a business to make more money if they take that iterative approach. And that takes the pressure off of you. And this is something that like I didn't even think about when I was in my 2-year lull of like, oh God, can I start this? Like nobody knows if it's gonna work the first time. Even the most experienced people, they still write flops. Like
oh, yeah.
You have to test always. It doesn't matter where you are in your career. And things are always changing. And even if you mess up, like don't let that mess up define who you are as a person. Understand your value and what you bring. You can read all the books in the world. You can have somebody that give you advice. You can even have a mentor, and they can tell you things. But the thing about it is you're really not going to know unless you actually do it. And it's through that experience and through that action that you start building more confidence.
What hacks, advice, suggestions would you give to people to help improve their copywriting, help improve the actual things that they deliver to clients, and how to ultimately allow them to keep improving as they go along in their career?
Don't ask for help until you really get your copy to a point that you don't know how to make it better. Now, there's a caveat to that. If you're trying to write something and you're stuck on the same sentence for like 30 minutes because you're like, what do I do here? That's an okay time to ask for help, because there's clearly something going on where you just need to push past that one sentence to keep going. And if it's really something where you're just stuck on that same thing, it'd be the perfect time to say, for instance, go ask a member of the Copy That Discord community hey, I'm writing this thing. I don't know how or if the sentence is structured okay. Is this working? If you are writing something and you realize as you're going, it's just not making sense, or you just don't know how to keep the message going, a lot of times it's because the first sentence is wrong. So you start off with your idea, and then your idea kind of trails off into something else, but that something else is really where you're trying to go, but it doesn't make sense. And oftentimes that's because the first sentence needs to be rewritten. A really good nugget of advice is understand how the design works too. Design sometimes influences how many words you can have. For instance, YouTube thumbnails, you need bullet copy, you need as less words as possible. And sometimes that follows into other facets too, like landing pages, headline copy. Sometimes you might need to shave off a few words so that headline looks more punchy on the screen in its design. And so if you have a knowledge of both design and copy, you will learn how they both influence each other. And you will be way more valuable because you will be able to communicate with designers, even just a basic baseline knowledge.
If you had one secret that you wanted to give to everybody that was responsible for your success, what was it?
Definitely emotional intelligence. Really understanding psychology, the way people work, everything from the clients that you have to the people that you're selling to. Because it's not just can your words sell, it's can you sell yourself, and how are your relationships with the people that you're pursuing.
All right. You heard it. We took a newbie from zero to making nearly $10,000 a month as a copywriter. She's amazing. She's great. If you want to hire her, you can find her information. If you want to learn from her, she's on the Copy That Discord. But yeah, if you are interested in growing your career and getting your first clients as a newbie copywriter, listen to the things that she suggested and said. Use referrals, take people you know, hang out a shingle, as they say, with the people that you know. Try to add on your services to other things that you can do and get in through the side door and then slowly grow that way. And then don't be afraid. The answer for anxiety is action. And then, of course, do everything that you can to continue learning and growing and all that fun stuff. If you like this particular video, let us know in the comments, or subscribe and like and all that fun the stuff like that. And if you want to learn like all the secret sauce that she had access to, the paid stuff that she was able to see, yeah, there's links down in the description below. That was a video. Thank you very much for watching. Sayonara from Japan, and we'll see you in the next one.
Deuces.